I was in high school, My Fair Lady opened on Broadway in 1956 with Rex Harrison and Stanley Holloway and Julie Andrews, who was 19, right? 19, can you imagine? So in about 58, the show came on its national tour to Chicago and played at the Schubert Theater there. And I guess I was a sophomore or something in high school. And my drama club went down on a bus one winter afternoon to see a Saturday matinee of My Fair Lady, and it was the first professional show and the first musical I had ever seen. And it was an overwhelming experience. Can you imagine? When I came home from that performance, something, I can't put my finger on what it was, because I wasn't particularly interested in theater per se before this, but I started cutting out shirt cardboards and taping together a little mock-up model of the set, because it was so magical to me. I just never seen anything like it. I didn't know you could represent a whole world on stage. And I had no idea, as young as I was, that what I was receiving was a masterpiece. But when a bell rings inside of you, when you're a young person, and it has a true note, it doesn't have a false note, boy, it can change your life. And I think it did mine. It set me on the path of working in the theater. And it has been an incredible joy and thrill for me, especially working with Doug and everyone here at the Asolo, to be connected again to this incredibly beautiful work.
How did the title My Fair Lady come about?
Well, do you know?
I do. There were a couple of, this is the wonderful thing about theater, is sometimes things are very deep and sometimes they're very shallow. They obviously did not want to call it Pygmalion, because that was a separate title, people get confused. One title they thought of was Lovely Lady Eliza. And what was tricky about that was they had Rex Harrison starring in it and introducing Julie Andrews. So that made her the title character. That also is a very feminine name for it. So Rex Harrison and Lovely Lady Eliza sounds like some cross-dressing thing. Grant pointed out on the first day of rehearsal very brilliantly that My Fair Lady actually makes both of them the title character, because she is the fair lady, but he is the my. It also is a line from London Bridge is Falling Down, My Fair Lady, which subtly puts us in London.
And not to interrupt you, we talked about that London Bridge is Falling Down, My Fair Lady on the very first day of rehearsal. And it wasn't until we got into the theater in Tex and we were trying to find how to cue, it starts with a tableau with the snow falling, and we wanted to break the tableau with a taxi horn. And we had always picked the same place, but I had never really heard what the musical phrase was, so tell how it goes.
We do, we finish the overture, applause, 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 the piano starts to lower, the curtain goes up, the audience claps at night, which I adore, it's snowing, and the music plays da 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 da, bum 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 bum.
Beep beep, and that's how it freezes. So, London Bridge is Falling Down, My Fair Lady is actually in the score, in the chorus.